Alright, how you guys doing this morning? It's been a while since I made a video. I've kind of been doing I did my Walmart thing over here for a little while. That didn't last too long. So now I'm back out here on the road. The Walmart thing was good for about a week. First week I was over there, I think I ran 3,000 miles. And second week I was over there, didn't do much of nothing. They kept telling me they didn't need us. This was roughly 2 weeks ago. So I think basically what happened is they ended up, the agent probably loaded up too many drivers over there. But I mean, it wasn't bad, guys. It was, we were getting $800 a day or $1.94 a mile. So, like I said, that first week I drove, they had me out west. They had me running out of Plainview. Hell, I did 2,900 miles. I had a pretty good week. So, no complaints there. I'm gonna make this video today basically about kind of gonna talk about alignment a little bit and something that I did on this truck a while back. So it was March 23rd. So what I did, I don't know if y'all can see them notes. I pulled off my Centromatics. I had Centromatics on my steer tires. I pulled my Centromatics off because one of them actually rusted through. Now I think it was still probably doing its job, but it was it had rusted around the rim, around the ring of the Centromatic, but I don't think it was all the way through. It wasn't spinning on there on the hub. So I just pulled them off, and I got my tires. These are a set of old steer tires I had, a set of old Yokohama 101 ZRs, or ZLs, I'm sorry, 16 plies. I pulled these off. I had these on my drives, and I put them on my trailer for a while when I was pulling my flatbed. And I put these on because the other set of steers were basically ruined. They were so worn down. They had a lot of cupping and flat spots on the inside. So I went on and had them spin balance these, and you can't really see the weight on there. But I had them spin balance them, and then what I did, because I was having the wear was severe on the driver's side. The passenger side wasn't so bad, but on the driver's side it was horrible. I was having horrible wear issues on this driver's side. I was having a lot of push. So what I ended up doing, basically, I kind of watched a couple videos on YouTube. If y'all ever have any issues with this stuff, the best video to probably watch is going to be something about a Michelin Attack alignment system. I think it's spelled ATAAC, where basically they just show you how to do the alignments the old school way, where they'll measure. You're just measuring distances from the frame, from the front axle to the steer axle, side to side, so on and so forth. And what I basically did, I measured my driver's side, because you can see all these on here. I measured my driver's side, like right here. First I did the steer axles. I measured them from the spring, the leaf spring, and then from the frame rail, just to kind of see if they were even front to back, if I had any, anything kicking out, or if they were perfectly straight. Did that first, and they were pretty much good to go. All those measurements were pretty good. I had to put a new tie rod bar on this truck because the guy that I bought this truck from, he had a driver in it, and that driver backed over something, and it literally bent the tie rod bar right in the middle. I mean, the guy he almost could have destroyed the oil pan if he would have really been moving fast when he backed up like that. So this truck was completely out of alignment when I got it. But I saw it the first 2 weeks when I had this truck, it completely destroyed a set of steer tires. That's how bad it was, down to the steel, So I bought a new bar, replaced it, new tie rod ends, the whole shebang, aligned the front end, boom. But I was still having little issues. So what I did, I got back here and started looking at my rear suspension, and the only leaf spring that had shims was this one right here. So I commenced to go on and measure the distance between the wheels on the driver's side and measure the distance between the wheels on the passenger side. So you're gonna measure the wheel, get the height, mark it in the middle, okay? So y'all measure top to bottom. You know, we want to get a perfect center section of your wheel. So say you're right here, you know, you measure from here to here, you get the middle, you get a straight edge, you mark it, boom. Same thing on the back, and then you measure across. So I measured across, and those wheels were, when I first measured them, driver's side was an even 28 inches, right? And then the passenger side was around 29. Might have been closer to 38 or 30. I'm sorry. So anyway, I was wondering. I was like, why do they have the passenger side so much further apart? And I was wondering if that was actually adding to the push I was getting on my driver's side steer. Okay, because that's where I was having a lot of the issues as far as that wearing on that outside edge, just completely destroying it, wearing it flat. So I just pulled the shims out of here. This thing had 3 shims, you know, so, well, a total of 6. It had, you know, 3 for each bolt. And went on to pull those shims out, and it brought these wheels closer to, it's not a perfect 28, but it's right about 28 1/4 inch, right? And it brought it back closer to where it should have been aligned at, I think. So I really don't know why they put that many shims in there. I don't know if they tried to align this thing with that bent tie rod bar. I really don't know. But nevertheless, I pulled the shims out, and we got it back to where now, this is about, how many miles I got? 910. So we've been running on this for about almost 3 weeks. And no signs of wear. You know, we're still running pretty good. No cupping at all. No push on either one of the steer tires. So I gotta say, you guys, if you're having any kind of problems like that, especially if you got a used truck and you don't know what people were doing to it before you got it, just check that out and you know, see if that might be the culprit. You know, just measure your stuff to see if you got any really out of whack distances between any of your axle sets, and if you do, that might be where the issue is. All right, so now I'm gonna talk about something. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys might have this system in your truck called the night system, and if you have the night system in your truck, you got an AC unit basically that runs under your bunk, and it blows directly onto your bunk and on your lower bunk in your sleeper. And it has a battery separator in here. I got a hanger that fell down. Huh? It's got a battery separator, and that battery separator, when it fails, your night system won't charge basically. So you'll be parking somewhere, and you'll be expecting to be able to run your AC, and it'll give you about an hour, and it'll shut off. Well, what I basically did, since I didn't want to order this right now, because this thing costs about $250, maybe $300. Freightliner don't have it, so you're gonna have to order it from somebody else. You probably gotta go to an RV store or something. But anyway, you can, if you stay on top of your voltages, you can wire this thing directly to your battery, because you have a fuse on this main cable that comes from your battery box or your battery cluster for the truck. This is that wire, okay? So you can, the ground is already gonna be on there. This will be the wire that would go to the separator. You just take it off, and you put it on that main battery, and if the batteries are all joined together, you just hook it up like that, okay? So just boom, 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 and you just run them back. You have to monitor your voltage. So like if you're sitting in this truck, man, and if you run this AC for 16 to 18 hours, you're asking for it, okay? But if you're just gonna do a 10-hour break, you run the AC for about 8 or 9 hours, you should be good. The truck will kick on, it'll start up, you won't kill your other batteries, your starting batteries, you should be fine. As long as you got decent batteries. I got 2 North Stars on here, and I got 2 of the, these are North Star AGMs. These are a very good battery. And then I got 2 of the Alliance AGMs. These are running like 210 for reserve capacity, I believe. And yeah, 900 cycles, 210 reserve capacity. And I think these are like 195s or something like that. Which is what you're looking for, that reserve capacity, okay? So these are basically, these are the better battery. I need to get 2 more of these and throw them in there for the summer. So just a little heads up for you guys that might have that system. But anyway, that's what I got going on with that. Otherwise, like I say, we're just out here trying to keep moving. I know the rates are really horrible right now. I'm actually heading back. I left empty out of Meridian, Mississippi. I was down there in Laredo, man, and y'all should have seen the yard down there. They had so many damn trailers on that yard. I'm assuming most of those were probably empty, even though they still weren't giving anybody empty trailers. But they had a lot of equipment sitting down in that yard. So I just, I got me a load out of there, went up to Mississippi. Didn't find anything that was to my liking as far as a load coming anywhere else, because the rates are all garbage, and you really got to be very, very careful about where you go now, because you don't want to get, caught anywhere. So just gonna ease on back over here to Texas, try to find myself something to pick up on Friday, and I'll come back out. I got to go back home. I got to change those football gaskets, whatever they call them. I got to change 3. I think I got to change 3 of them. So that should be a fairly quick job. I'm gonna run those off probably tomorrow, if not today, so I can get this oil leak taken care of. Because these things, man, they'll leak so much oil. You see that little stain down there? That oil will run all the way down, and it'll be down there dropping up under your truck like that. All that from these little seals right here for your fuel lines. So I'm gonna go and change those out. I might record that when I do that. But just a little short one, touch base with you guys. Like I say, be very careful what you're running, where you choose to go. Be smart with your money. And cash is king. Y'all see trucks are getting cheaper and everything else is getting more affordable. So try to deleverage as best as you can, and stay out here and keep on making your money. I'll probably make another video when I change these seals out, and talk to y'all later. Everybody be safe.